Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carey. I'm a remote recruiter, a digital nomad, and an aspiring entrepreneur. And today I'm back with a video on planning for the month of June. There is a special place in my little heart for planning and organizing. I love it. It's something that I do every day, every week, every weekend, every month, and every single year. And I have very simple rituals for each of these time frames. Planning and organizing really helps me stay on track with my goals. Even if I don't accomplish everything that I set out to do, I at least have a map on where I'm going, and I think that's definitely the most important part. I never shoot for perfection when setting any of these goals, but if I can complete 65% to 85% of what I set out to do and what I want to do, then I definitely get really good results. It's all about what you do the majority of the time, not what you do perfectly. I also want to note this is a mix of like personal and professional things that I want to get done by the end of the month. And I try not to make my to-do lists, my lists too long, because then at that point it just gets too overwhelming. So I'm just gonna take you along as I write stuff down. Basically. So I'm a little bit old school. Like part of my planning is digital and part of it is it's on a piece of paper. I like to write stuff down, and I don't have a fancy planner or anything. I tried those, they just don't work for me. I need something super simple where I can just jot stuff down. So I just use a notebook, nothing crazy. I like to get a cute one, you know, but just a plain old notebook. I don't do fancy planners or bullet journals, and anybody got time for all that. Let me scooch this down. Okay, so with that said, here we go for the month of June. I don't even know. Okay, here we go. I think that's better. Let me turn my computer away as well so that's not distracting. So June is a really big month in general because there's just a lot of birthdays in my schedules. Bleh. There's just a lot of birthdays in my circle. So I have a lot of gifts and cards and things to send out. So my birthday's in June, my husband's birthday's in June, my cousin's birthday's in June, my mom's birthday is in June, my sister-in-law's birthday in June. So lots of different things. I also have 3 graduates that I have to send out gifts for. I have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 birthdays. So I like to get cards and stuff like that for those people, and or a gift if necessary. Like for example, my cousin's turning 21, so I'm gonna send her something, you know, a little bit special. So I like to brainstorm like what I'm gonna get people, what I'm gonna send people, and I'll typically like write that stuff down. I already have it figured out for this month, so you know, I'm just kind of making a quick little list for you guys. And then also Father's Day. So I have several cards to send out for that as well. Lots of different gifts, cards, all that needs to be sent out. Second, I am doing a mini move from where I live right now. So I'm gonna go and travel to the Midwest. So lots of planning and organizing for that, such as decluttering, packing, what else? Budgeting for that. Shouldn't be too much. Taking PTO if needed, and just general making arrangements for that. Then I need to write my ebook. So I'm working on an ebook right now that I would like to have finished by my birthday, which is at the end of the month. So that is gonna be a little birthday gift to myself, hopefully. I would love to get that done. Then I also had a trip planned to Europe for 2 weeks, so I need to get that canceled and get a refund for that. It was a large trip. It was gonna be about 6 of us, so I have to take the lead on getting refunds and distributing that money back to people. So sad about that, but it must get done. Okay, and then I need to get an oil change since we're taking a big road trip for the car. Very boring stuff. Make dentist appointments for myself as well as my husband. I also have to get my car registered because my plates are expiring. So that is a necessity. And then I was gonna do that before, of course, but with COVID, everything shut down. Things are finally starting to open back up and all that. So I need to get the car taken care of. And I would like to ideally begin posting regularly on Instagram this month. So it's gonna be a busy month, lots of stuff to do, but I have faith in myself. You know, if you fail to plan, if you plan to fail, and I think if you kind of can map stuff out and give yourself the appropriate time, all this stuff can get done. Okay, so there we go. So So those are my primary 8 goals for the month. And I would typically look at the list and kind of break things up into what I can do during the week versus what I can do in the weekend. A lot of the time, some of these projects are larger, so it works better if I can work on them on the weekend when I don't have to, you know, work my 9 to 5. So for example, I would like to finish writing my ebook by June the 27th, which is my birthday. So of course, it's easier for me to do that on the weekend. So I will kind of figure out what weekend works best for me to start writing that. I'm gonna start at the beginning of the month, of course, because that gives me the most time to like edit and tweak and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, and then for the gifts kind of things, I will typically split it up by week to make sure things get there on time. And then like for smaller tasks, like schedule a dentist appointment, get into the dentist, or get an oil change, I can typically do that on a work day. So I will fit that in kind of whenever I get it. I don't really typically plan those out too much. I just know that it's on my radar. So I would like to get that done as soon as I can. I will typically just plug those things loosely into my Google Calendar. I'm not that kind of person. Like I don't time block during my day. I don't schedule exact days to finish stuff. That's just not how I work. I like to get stuff done when I get stuff done. I just give myself a loose deadline, and that's kind of how I roll. So like I said, I'll just kind of pop in a Google Calendar. Like I'll plan for like the first weekend of June, which would be next weekend, to like focus heavily on writing the text for my ebook. That's the extent of what I will do to plan. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I'm pretty easygoing. This system really works well for me. It's not too confining, but it also gives me some structure. And that's pretty much it. This whole ritual takes 30 to 45 minutes on a monthly basis, if that. It keeps me really organized and on top of things, like I said, and it's very sustainable for me and my lifestyle. Organizing and planning my life this way really makes me a lot happier, just because I feel like I'm so less overwhelmed with everything that is kind of going on, which is of course an empowering feeling. So I would highly recommend to do some sort of ritual like this on a monthly basis, weekly, all that, because it just really helps you out. So just a quick note before I go, I plan my work stuff, my 9 to 5, as well as like YouTube, blog, e-commerce stuff on a weekly basis, as well as my workouts and food. And then like finances and things I would plan on a bi-weekly basis, because that's like typically when I get paid. So I really hope you enjoyed this quick little video. I will follow up next month on my next planning video on kind of how things shook out with all of my goals for the month. And if you want to see more simple planning rituals, then please let me know. I would be happy to do that for you, because planning just gets me going, you know? And if you have any questions, definitely let me know. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That lets me know how you felt about it, and I hope to see you on my next one. Bye. So for example, I would like to finish writing my ebook, and that's kind of like the extent of what I will do to plan. That's the oven, that's my food in the oven.